Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
What is going on, my gaming pals and guys? My name is Gamessnia and welcome to the Gamessnia show, where I always decide to look at games from the past, present, or even sometimes the future. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be discussing a past and classic game. And really, it's a game that I have memories for. Not always good memories, some annoying memories as well. So expect a bit of annoyance in this video. I'm not gonna be too annoyed at it because really it's still an okay game, like really this. But a bit of boxing before we get into this. As you know, Xbox and PlayStation like to duke it out. They like to prove that they're the better console owner. Well, they weren't the first to do it, really. I think the original people who really did it was Nintendo and SEGA, really. And they honestly tried to outsmart each other. And really, at the end of it, it's Nintendo that's pretty much won. I mean, really, do you see anything that's like Sega that comes on? Like Nintendo are just like going far with this. I mean, they released the Wii U a couple years ago. And they recently, but like they did release the Nintendo Switch, which looks quite cool, but I'm not a big fan on that. But yeah, they like to do that, and they have the mascots, as we have mascots like Crash Bandicoot and Master Chief for Xbox. They had Sonic for Sega and Mario for Nintendo, and so I thought that I would decide to cover one of these. And Sonic, not the biggest fan on Sonic. He's a bit arrogant in my opinion, and I just don't like him. I prefer Shadow. He's more of a better character. But yeah, we're going to be covering a Sonic game today, and probably one of my very first Sonic games, really, next to Sonic the Hedgehog being the very first one. And the game we're covering today is Sonic Heroes on the PlayStation 2. So let's jump right into this bad boy.
Sonic Heroes. It's games like these that make me question, why did I play this? Alright, no, I'm not gonna say that. You know, it's not a bad game. I'll give it that. It's actually not a bad game, and I think I saw where they were going with this, and really, it could have been awesome, and really, it would have been awesome if it was for certain other things, but really, I need to speak about other things in depth. Let's actually speak about the actual teams first and the gameplay. I'm not going to speak about how good it was. I'll speak about that in the end. So, really, let's speak about these controls and what the teams. So in Sonic Heroes, there was 4 teams. Team Sonic, which was for average sort of players. Team Dark, which was for hard difficult players. Team Rose, which is more like for beginners and new to the game, and you had Team Chaotix, which are puzzle-based objectives and just other stuff like that. And really, they were all really a blast to play, and it was mixed, the levels and everything in this game, because of the gameplay and how it went out, because mainly the controls. But the gameplay, I'm not really going to explain. I'll just let you guys listen to this.
You see the blue, yellow, and red symbols in the top right corner of the screen? The blue symbol means the leader is B-type. The yellow symbol means the leader is Fly The red symbol means leader is power type. The character symbol at the bottom indicates the current leader. Now I'll explain the homing attack to you. The homing attack comes in really handy and is used often in the speed formation. So make sure to master this technique. Press the X button to jump, then press the X button again while you're in mid-jump. That's how to use the homing attack. Now, let's try it without spring. Next, let me explain Rocket XL to you. It's way cool. Rocket XL is an attack where you use your teammates to bounce off of to accelerate. Next, I'll explain the fly formation to you. First, change the leader to the character in the yellow symbol. When the character in the yellow symbol is the leader, you're in flight formation. This formation allows you to fly. Next, I'll explain Thundershoot to you. Try Thundershoot by pressing the square button while in flight formation. This lets you shoot your teammates at the enemies like balls. Thundershoot comes in handy when you want to shock your opponents or when you need to aim for high places. I'll now explain the last formation called the Power Formation. The Power Formation is useful to crush the enemies and rocks with powerful attacks. Now for the very last special attack, Team Blast! When the gauge in the top right corner is full, then you can attack using Team Blast by pressing the R1 button. This is the ultimate attack to use when you're in a pinch.
So yeah, there you go. Those are the main attacks and controls for this game. They sound easy enough, and really they are easy enough. I did say earlier on that the controls are a bit meh, but because you know they're actually really sensitive, like, and they're just extremely annoying. And you need to nail down your controls for your game, otherwise it's just not going to be that good. I mean, it's an awesome piece of shit, but you know, horrible. It's just horrible in controls, and you know, you're just not having a fun time really. And those controls affect the gameplay later on when you get into the big bosses, when you get into the final boss especially, and like the last stages, Final Fortress and the other two levels. And really, it just doesn't feel as fun as the beginning levels. Really, it doesn't. But I will speak about that later on. I haven't properly spoken about the story yet. Really, I wasn't really going to mention the story, but really, I think the story needs to be mentioned because it needs to be. Every game has a story and it needs to be mentioned. So, are you guys ready for the story? Because you're going to need to pay attention when I tell you the story. Okay, so the plot of this game is that Dr. Eggman is back from Sonic Adventure 2, as this game takes place after that, and it actually turns out he has found a massive ultimate weapon so that he can achieve world domination finally and destroy the world. And it's up to our 4 main teams to stop him in that process. When it actually turns out that the Sonic heroes, not knowing this, that Mel Sonic is actually the one who is said this letter, and he is actually Eggman inside. And what he's planning for this is he wants Sonic and Shadow to come and all the other people to come so he can obtain data and so you can obtain teamwork data and ultimate life form data so he can become the ultimate life form himself, and so that he can become the Metal Overlord, which is this is basically the final boss in the game. And I must say, it is a cool transformation. So yeah, that is the plot of the game. You just go through all these levels, just, you know, doing all this, and then that's all you really have to do. Really, and it's a bit of joy sometimes. It can be annoying and everything, but yeah, that's a plot. Like I said, nothing major, just an average day at the peanut factory. You know, stop Eggman and his world domination scheme. Now, I know from most of this review, I have been subsiding that I actually hate this game. I don't. Alright, I actually love this game. Like, it's a childhood. I know it's kind of flawed and everything in this game, but really it's one of my childhood memories of just playing this game constantly, and I've always loved playing it. I don't play it tons now because it's just like it brings back bad memories, but still, I love it. I never stop playing this game, and really, it's just so much good about this game, like the levels, the bosses, everything else is just so good. I mean, the controls is the only thing that annoys me. And yeah, that's the only thing that annoys me, but it's a massive problem, you know? It's one of those massive problems that I have with the game that just is just coming up everywhere, and it needs to be, and I just really can't get it in my memory, because really, you need a game that has good controls. You can't have a game that has horrendous controls but still is good. It's good, and it makes your other people have good thoughts about it, but really, they're gonna think always, oh yeah, I had a horrible time playing the game because the controls were god awful. And really, I really get annoyed at controls sometimes, but you know what? We probably all do one day. You know, like, we all do get annoyed at the controls. We're like, play this game, and it's like, the controls are just insanely bad. Seriously, okay. I haven't talked about the stages in general and just like what the game is actually about. I've spoken about all the gameplay and everything. I spoke about what the story is and the characters and everything, and I've mentioned a lot on the controls. But really, I think I'll talk about the stages in this game, what stages we get, and I will show you on screen. I'm actually going to show you what stages you get in the game, and just to give you a brief idea how many stages are in the game, and I am including boss fights as well. So here we go. Okay, here's the stages, and here's what I think of them. Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace are really nostalgic, and you'll feel like you're like in 8 or something when you're playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know how old you are. It's really fun. Grand Metropolis and Power Plant are very nauseous, and you really, it's just because of the music and the set and the way the levels are laid out. And that volcano bit at the end with Team Sonic and Team Dark, that's just that really pissed me off, really. Casino Park and Bingo Highway, really fun levels, just full of just bingos everywhere, really. One of the most colourful stages in Sonic history, really, I would say. Now, Real Canyon and Bullet Station is where it just takes a piss with the controls. You will start to hate the controls at this moment on, because you will just like, when you try to switch rails, you have to press the jump button, but also you can actually die a lot on those stages, so you lose your lives a lot. Frost Forest and Lost Jungle, I don't have much to say about those, really. They're just standard levels, and I think they're okay. Han Castle and Mystic Mansion, fuck those levels, that's all I have to say. I really fucking hate those levels. And, you know, Egg Fleet and Final Fortress, they're honestly great. They're honestly alright stages. Now on the boss battles, Egg Hawk, which is basically just a massive plane, you just have to keep attacking it. It's really easy, just use your power buddy and then just like mash the square button with it. Team battles, you get 2 team battles, but I've only said 1 on here, because that's what it is. It's just you taking out another team, and it depends on which team you face. Robot Carnival and Robot Storm, I'll say as well, are both Horde modes. Egg Albatross, Massive Balloon, really easy to do, and Egg Emperor, which takes the piss, really, it's just so annoying, that one. Now, you may have noticed that I have not put a certain boss fight on here, because I'm going into rage mode in a minute, because this is bullshit, this next bit. So, after you've beaten the Egg Emperor about 4 times, each for one team, you will then be awarded with to play the finale boss fight against Metal Sonic. But guess what? You're not done. You have to go and collect 7 Chaos Emeralds in the most cryptic way ever just to unlock the ending. So you're telling me that I have to go and get a key and not get hit, not once, like not even once, and then I have to go on a special stage to try and get the Chaos Emerald, and then if I don't get it, I'll have to try again. That's right. You can't. If you fail it, you have to play the level again, and you have to get the key, and then you have to try it again, and it's so fucking annoying. Then you have to try and get this, and it's like, oh yeah, I got one chaos, and got another chaos emerald. You got to do that 6 more times, and it is so annoying, fucking annoying, and that is why I fucking hate it that much. They're not even that fair. Like I honestly don't know how to beat those fucking levels with it. Oh my god, there's like even the controls just fuck you over more in that bit because you just go everywhere. You go up the walls, you go the sides, and they're so fucking annoying. I really do not like that part of the game. Alright, there is honestly some of the most annoying stuff I've ever seen in a game before. I honestly just didn't like it all. This is why I fucking hate this game as well so much. I don't hate it, but I hate those bits of the game because they don't make sense at all. They don't make sense at all because it's just like why? Why would you do that? Like, just give us, just award us, the final boss fight when we beat the game. Don't say, oh yeah, you need to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds to face the final boss fight. You telling me that going that extra mile for everybody, we get the boss. Are you serious? You cannot be serious, fucking Sega. This is not fair. I mean, I don't give a shit if I'm not good enough. Alright, I don't give a shit if other people complete it. It's just not fair. Like, it honestly is. I just want to play the final boss fight because it looks cool. Alright, Metal Overlord, it looks cool. Alright, I've got no problem with the boss fight. It looks okay and it's no bother. It looks easier than Egg Emperor. In fact, yeah, it's a bit disappointing. In fact, the final boss fight in the game that you've been working your ass off is actually easier, and I think it's actually one of the easiest fights in the game. Fucking well done, Sega. Just fucking well done.
Despite all of the things that I've said in this video, like really, despite all the things I said in the video, I feel like I have to do this game justice, really, and I have to give it a fair score. Really, I do. I mean, Sonic Heroes, I really don't like Sonic Adventure, as I've said. I really thought that was a crap game, and I've always said that I've always said in my own eyes that Sonic games are not like great ideas nowadays. They never were. They always sucked. Like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, they sucked. Sonic Heroes, we'll get to that actually. Sonic the Hedgehog 04 on Xbox, I think it's called, and that is a fucking terrible game. I don't even need to defend that game because that game is just, I honestly haven't played it. From what I've seen, like when I don't like to do that where I don't like to say that a game's shit when I've not even played it. But I look at that game and I just think, wow, that looks horrible, and it must be even worse for the people who actually play the game. I don't do that. I don't call games crap or just god awful or like shit on them like hell. When I've not even played it, I mean, I fucking hate when people do that. I used to be like that, and it was right annoying, really was. So I don't like to do that. I can, however, say for Sonic Heroes, it's not the best game ever, and it ain't like oh yeah, let's play this game. Let's play Sonic Heroes. I wouldn't play it out of that, like really. I mean, can we just I'm just gonna gather up all this information that I've said in this video. I mean, one of the character selection screens is misleading. It is the hardest on there, like Team Sonic basically. Alright, the final boss fight is just fucking annoying. The controls are just out of the question. Alright, they work whenever they feel like it. They honestly work when they feel like it. It's just like, like I said, in the canyon stage, that when you try to jump from each rail, you've got to be the fly character, otherwise you'll just fucking fly off the screen like that. And it's just you gotta land your controls in a game. Like, you gotta fucking land your controls in a game, otherwise people ain't gonna like it. It's one necessity you need in a game. One thing that's necessary. But still, yeah. Really, would I rate this? And the fact that you need to get all these Chaos Emeralds, and that you cannot complete the game without it, and I have never done it, and it is fucking annoying. You probably don't understand how annoying it is until you've played it. I fucking hate it. Alright, I've not done the final boss yet, and I don't plan to torture myself up for just to get a boss fight. Like, it looks cool to play, but really, no, I'm not gonna bother. I'm really not gonna bother. Unless there's cheats, I'm not gonna bother. But what would I rate Sonic Heroes? Right, despite all that and everything, it's still a good game in its right. So really, I would give it I would really honestly give it a 5 or a 6. A 5 out of 10, in my opinion. Sonic Heroes manages to do what it can. Alright, it's a decent game, but you know, I would rather play Sonic Generations or something like that. If you understand where that came from and you just want to play it, it's a really amazing Sonic game, don't play that, because you will rage your ass off like I do, and you will just start to really be annoyed by it. And so play something like Sonic Generations or Shadow the Hedgehog. Then I listen to the fucking assholes that say Shadow the Hedgehog's a bad game. What is the problem? Like, oh no, right, you just got a message in a quick video right now. Why the fuck do people think Shadow the Hedgehog is a fucking horrible game? It is not a horrible game. It is a great game. Oh, it's got too many endings. Replayability. Alright? That is called replayability. People say that they want more replayability in a game, then then you start complaining about that there's too many endings. Fuck you, alright? Whoever says that. Alright? Still, anyway, Sonic Heroes, I'm gonna get like a halfway point, you know, 5 out of 10. It's alright, I mean, I wouldn't play it that much. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. I will all see you in a week or two, probably, depending on when this next one gets uploaded. Anyway, guys, I will see you all in the next Games News show, and until then, I hope you all manage to tune in your channels, and I will see you guys next time.